Tiernan, a 0-0 draw at Stangmore. How did you see that one overall?
Probably a hugely frustrating result. And as I said to the players in there, people were probably wanting me to be very critical here of performances, and I can't be. I think that there's one area that we can be probably very critical of, and no one's more disappointed than them in there, is that we didn't take our chances. We created enough chances tonight to win the game twice over, in my opinion. And we didn't take those chances, and we weren't clinical, and we got punished for it in the end.
Was it maybe just not having enough conviction when the chances came, and then I suppose later in the game you naturally become a little bit more desperate and stab at things, etc. But did we just struggle to get that first one over the line?
Yeah, and I think it's probably just one of those situations that we kept knocking at the door and knocking at the door, and that's all you can really ask. Is I thought our overall performance was really dominant, and we played some really good football at times. We worked the ball into good areas. We got it back very quickly. All the things that we talk about and all the things that were part of our game plan. The one thing that we didn't do, as I probably keep harping on about and crying about, is that we weren't clinical, and we didn't have that conviction, as you say. Although I thought there was some unbelievable saves by their goalkeeper.
Yeah, good night for Conor Mitchell, obviously, former Larne goalkeeper. But was it one of those nights where we could have worked him a little bit more even, or do you think we had enough to win the game comfortably in what we did do?
Well, I think if we had taken our chances, I'm not sure how many we would have wanted to win. And I know I can count probably 4 really, really clear one-on-one chances that we could have and should have done better with. So as I say, you can always work a goalkeeper more. You can always get more box entries. You can always get more shots off. I thought we'd done enough. I thought, as I say, if we had finished those, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. It'd be a very different conversation.
Played the last half an hour or so against 10 men, but maybe in a way that didn't necessarily help us, because Dungannon retreated even sort of deeper in the game, and it was defence against attack, and we just couldn't get the breakthrough, as I said.
Yeah, and again, though, I'm going to sound like a broken record here and keep repeating myself, but again, we still had chances. There was 2 or 3 really good chances at that stage, albeit that they done really well defensively. But we still, that period, still had chances to go on and win the game. So I know everybody's frustrated. The boys are hugely frustrated. It's definitely 2 points dropped. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, it's very hard to be, as I say, overly critical, because there was lots and lots of really good things in that game. Just the big telling point was the one that let us down.
I guess our 5th draw on 12 games. That's kind of what's really holding us back, isn't it? We had the disappointing night at Loughgall, but it's those draws, I suppose, that's sort of harming us at the minute. Yeah,
and listen, nobody knows more than us that we got to turn those draws into wins, and we got to start doing that sooner rather than later. They're frustrating, and they're not draws that you're hanging on. They're draws that you should be winning games, but you're probably not clinical enough and taking our chances enough, and it's frustrating. But they're a good bunch of boys. They're a good squad. They work unbelievably hard, and we just gotta keep fighting our way through these wee situations.
We're 8 points behind Linfield. Is it too early to be looking at a gap or that sort of thing? Is it just a matter of taking the next game at a time and trying to go on a consistent run?
I'm always one game at a time. Always have been and always will be. And that's all we can do. If we start worrying and concentrating and taking other factors into place, then it'll start getting involved and start getting in the way of what we want to do and where we want to go. So we literally have to take one game at a time in this and put the next one right and build on that.
Just finally, any injury update, in particular Hazael and Leroy and Andy Ryan? Any word on kind of where we are with those players?
Thankfully, they're all back on the pitch and they're all running again. They haven't joined in training yet, but they're all, as I say, they're all active and on the pitch and running. Hopefully sooner rather than later is the only answer to that.
Great, thank you.